There is a phase nobody talks about. Not the beginning, not the struggle, not the breakthrough. The phase where everything becomes normal. No excitement, no pressure, no drama. Just days. Ordinary days. That phase decides everything. Most people lose discipline there. Because nothing feels urgent anymore. Nothing feels intense. Nothing feels impressive. The struggle is gone, but so is the excitement. That's where you changed. You didn't confuse calm with completion. You didn't mistake silence for success. You understood that ordinary days still matter. Most people only work when something is wrong, when they feel behind, when they feel weak, when they feel desperate. Once things stabilize, they relax too much. They drift. You didn't. You learned how to stay consistent without pressure, without fear, without urgency. That's harder than pushing during chaos. Chaos forces effort. Calm requires discipline. In the gym, this phase is dangerous. Early on, everything feels intense. Later, training becomes familiar, predictable, routine. That's when people start skipping, not because they're tired, because nothing feels urgent. You didn't let that happen. You treated ordinary sessions with the same respect as hard ones. You showed up even when nothing felt special. That's rare. Because ordinary effort doesn't give adrenaline. It doesn't give validation. It doesn't give stories to tell. It just builds quietly. You learn to value that. You stop chasing emotional workouts. You stop needing intensity to feel productive. You focused on execution, presence, completion. That turned discipline into a habit instead of an event. Most people need a reason to push. You needed a reason to stay consistent. That reason was simple. You didn't want to become careless. Carelessness destroys progress slowly. You stayed alert and calm. Phases. That's maturity. Because progress doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades when attention fades. You kept attention alive. Even when days felt repetitive. Even when effort felt boring. You didn't let boredom convince you to stop. You understood something important. Boredom isn't a signal to quit. It's a signal that discipline is required. So you stayed disciplined. You didn't rush. You didn't slack. You didn't overthink. You just continued. That consistency changed your identity. You stopped seeing training as something you do. It became something you are. That shift removes struggle. Because when something is part of who you are, you don't debate it. You don't negotiate. You don't wait for motivation. You act. Life works the same way. After chaos settles, people relax. They stop improving. They stop sharpening themselves. They assume stability means arrival. You didn't. You understood that stability still needs maintenance. Strength fades if it's not respected. Discipline fades if it's not practiced. You practiced it quietly. You didn't post about it. You didn't announce it. You didn't need recognition. You respected the process. Ordinary days taught you patience. They taught you humility. They taught you endurance. Because doing something exciting once is easy. Doing something ordinary repeatedly is hard. You did the hard version. You didn't need discomfort to stay focused. You didn't need pain to feel committed. You stayed consistent in comfort. That's dangerous in the long run. Because most people fall apart when life becomes easy. They lose edge. They lose structure. You didn't. You stayed sharp without stress. That's control. Your effort became clean. Not emotional. Not reactive. Clean. That kind of effort doesn't spike. It stacks. And stacking ordinary days builds extraordinary outcomes. People won't understand how you stayed consistent. They'll think you're naturally disciplined. They won't see the choice you made, the choice to respect ordinary days, to treat them as important, to not waste them. That's why your progress feels steady, not rushed, not fragile, steady.